Noah, we have to, we got to kind of address the elephant in the room, which is this whole thing going on with Michigan.
Yep.
And there's more information that comes out. It doesn't sound good. I mean, and I thought Joshua Perry on the pregame show made one of the best statements when he says, you can't just break a rule if you think it's dumb. All right. Yeah. And people have different opinions about the in-person scouting and whether, that should even be a rule or not. But it is a rule. And you're not supposed to do it, right? And everybody's supposed to play by the rules. And then if the other part is true that there was electronic devices or recording devices used to try to, to aid in this signal stealing thing, those are both illegal things to do. And so, as we talked about during the game, if these things are proven to be true, then there should be some consequences for Michigan. What that is, the extent of those consequences, when they actually would take effect, who knows, and so it'll be interesting to see as more of this story develops and comes out, how it affects, if it affects Michigan at all going forward in what is a tremendous season so far.
No doubt. And it'll be interesting to see how that all develops further. I think Joshua, the other thing he said, and a lot of people, what we feel like this could lead to is eventually getting direct to helmet communication.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it feels stupid that it's not already a thing, especially for the schools that are in a position where they've got the resources, or at least the conferences that are in a position that have the resources. But it feels like that's where we're heading. And so I think Joshua said that as well, of sometimes it takes something like this to realize a rule is stupid and to realize that something shouldn't be the way that it is for whatever reason. I think that's where we're going. So to your point.
And I will say this too, because people may not realize this about signaling and signs and all that. I mean, everybody's trying to find an advantage. Everybody's trying to break the code and see if they can figure out another team's signals, whether it's on game film from previous games or whether it's in game as it's happening, right? Everybody's looking for that edge. And because of that, teams constantly are changing their signals. They don't put, okay, these are our signals for our offensive plays in week 1, and we're going to keep it that way all the way through the end of the season. They're constantly tweaking, changing how they're doing it, how the signals are because they're anticipating people will try to pick those up. And so that's happening as well. But again, with the allegations against Michigan, it's kind of going across the line in some ways to kind of further that ability to break those things down.